In the last bull market, people who invested in Solana early made 4,300x on their investment. And right now, the crypto market is dead quiet. It couldn't be a better opportunity to be going and looking for that next project that has the potential to see insane gains in the next bull market. In this video, I'm going to show you a few very simple steps that you can follow to find projects that have the potential to see massive growth over the next 1 or 2 years. And as well as that, we'll look at one project that I think has a phenomenal potential by following this process. Hit the like button and let's get into it. Now guys, as you can see from this news article, people who were buying Solana back in the very early days before the last bull market saw massive growth. Whether you like Solana or not, doesn't really matter because it went to a massive market cap from being worth pretty much nothing, okay? And that's what we need to be doing if we want to see the growth. Now, a lot of people who've been investing in ICOs and stuff recently, you'll typically get the launch, which, you know, you'll be like, oh, this is quite good. And then suddenly it just sells off. And there's a big reason for that. And I'm going to show you how we can avoid that here. Now, this is DeFiLlama.com, free website. Come down on the left-hand side to where it says raises. And then we want to click on overview. Now, why right now is a very key time to be looking into the market. As you can see, the amount of money being invested by venture capital or big money right now is really, really low. 115 million so far in October, which is tiny when you look at the top of the bull market being 7 billion. Okay, that's massive. But you see, quiet periods lead into those bull markets. We're having a bit of a quiet period right now. It's my opinion that we will be starting to kind of load up at some point over the next few months. Now, this is worth considering. When crypto projects are in the very early stages, venture capital, big money is investing in them. And their goal is to get out as soon as possible. Why? Well, because, guys, if you put in, let's say, $500,000 or $1 million, and that project launches at like a 6 or a 10x, you would probably be selling your $6 to $10 million. Rinse, repeat, just do this multiple times a month, okay? Because they can make phenomenal quantities of money. And I'll show you later on how you can get involved in being one of those early buyers without having to have millions of dollars. Now, there's a few ways we can go and find early coins that haven't yet launched a token. What we're really looking to find, guys, is ICOs, initial coin offerings or initial DEX offerings. So we can come over to cryptorank.io and we can see active ones here. Okay, so these are ones that are currently being loaded up. And I have been looking through here and I haven't found anything hugely exciting. Now, what you can see here is information on the money that they've raised, okay, previously, and then the money that they're looking to raise after. Now, coming through this list, you'll start to identify lots of projects that are going to be launching very soon. And you can see when they're launching. Now, there's a problem with this, guys. Coins that are launching right this second are probably going to have a bit of a tough time of it because the market is dead quiet. How do I know the market's dead quiet? Well, guys, because there's no money in it, right? Nothing's happening right now. It's not very exciting. If you're bored and you're not really paying much attention to crypto right now, and yet you're still here, then you're one of the very few who are still here, because most people are not looking at all. Which means when you get these new launches, they tend to kind of like fall on deaf ears. No one's that excited by it. So what we need to do is not find coins that are about to launch, but be looking for these like to be announced ones, okay? So ones that are yet to come, because they will hopefully be launching into a kind of earlier phase of a bull market, which, to be honest, could be coming towards November time. And why is that? Well, we want to get in early and be able to at least take some profits out of there. So we have like a zero risk run, okay? If I put in $100 and it does like a 3x on launch, and then just leave my $200 in there to, you know, keep me making gains. And then I can take that $100 I took out, find the next one. Just keep rinse and repeat, right? That's what we want to be doing. Now, after a little bit of looking down, what I found is a crypto project that has caught my attention. Now, let's go through why it's caught my attention. What I've initially noticed here is that the amount of money raised is not particularly massive, because I don't want to get into projects that have raised tons and tons of money, because maybe they'll do well, but projects like Layer Zero, etc., raise hundreds of millions of dollars. You're not going to see insane gains on those projects because they're already going to be launched at massive market caps. Whereas this one has just raised $1.4 million, looking to raise another like 1.1. Okay, so not particularly hectic. $2.5 million. The chances of a project going to 25 million, no matter what the project is is pretty damn good when the market picks up, guys, and especially after what I'll show you next. Now, there's just one detail here, or two details I want to pay attention to. DAOmaker basically is a launch pad, okay? It's quite good that this project is on DAOmaker because lots of people are going to see it. It's probably going to launch quite well, but what is very key is this: lockup. Do not buy IDOs that don't have a lockup period. Why? Well, let's say you're one of those big money guys who's put in $1 million and then it launches at a 5 or a 10x. Guess what? You're going to sell it, aren't you? Which means every other man and his dog who bought the ICO adjust the exit liquidity. Instant exit liquidity. That's when the project goes like that and then it goes like that. Okay, you don't want to be in it. You need to be in this. 10% at TGE. What does that mean? Let's say I invested $100 in this project before it launched as an early investor. 10% means I'll get $10 back on the token generation event. The day the coin becomes a coin, I get 10%. Then I get 2 months cliff, then 5% monthly. What does that mean? It means nothing happens for 2 months, and then my unlock token starts to come at 5% each month. Okay, which is very slow. So from the launch, it will take me about a year to sell off all my tokens, which is very good. Okay, from someone who's looking at buying ICOs, because it's going to stop people dumping tokens on the market. They can't do it. And in fact, they don't want to do it necessarily because they want to drive the price up, because they want to be taking their money out later on through that cliffing process. Okay, so we've done some big stuff here. Now let's get in and find out what this crypto project is all about. Inspect, the layer 2 built for Twitter X. Now, obviously, guys, Twitter's been around for a while, but suddenly, since Elon Musk has taken over, you can see it starting to take away market share from the likes of Instagram, from the likes of Facebook. And in terms of crypto, it's becoming the place to be. Now, in the past, I've talked about China and something called WeChat, which is an everything app. Every other platform in China doesn't really exist anymore. Every single person pretty much uses WeChat, because you need it for every single thing. And I think X is the potential future of that for America, Europe, and, you know, sort of the rest of the world outside of China. So, a layer 2 built for X. Looking at the website, looks very kind of clean and smart, okay? Interesting, you've got my attention. Now, before I go and delve into more details of what this project does, let's go across to Twitter and have a look at something. Well, first of all, we've come across to Twitter to my profile, okay? Make sure you go and give me a follow, guys. It's linked down below in the description. I'm soon going to be at 50k YouTube subscribers, and I'll be doing giveaways for people who are following me over on Twitter. So go and give me a follow over there, guys. From next week, I'm going to be doing 5 posts every day, various Medium articles, giveaways, so many other things. So it's definitely worth giving me a follow over on Twitter. Okay, so this is the project, Inspect. 206,000 followers. This is a crypto that hasn't even launched yet, and it's got more followers than like anything else. And potentially, it's only worth about $2.5 million right now. And just look at the amount of followers. There's a big buying power in those followers. What we're going to do with this, first of all, is take this link, come to Twitter Score, paste it in. Twitter Score is just going to give us an idea roughly of how important this web page is. It'll also uncover any fake web pages that have fake followers. 146 is a very good score. What else we want to pay attention to? Who are the influencers who are following it? Some big names. Not too bad. Okay. What else we got? The VC related followers. They've got people like Coinbase, Jump Capital, Galaxy Digital. Guys, these are some of the biggest investment names in cryptocurrency. Imagine you're investing in the early ICOs, the coins, and then they get big partnerships, big investments with like Solana and everyone else. That's massive, okay? You can see the growth of the Twitter Score is very aggressively growing, despite crypto being very quiet right now. That's very, very positive. So let's come back to it. What is Inspect? Well, it's a layer 2, guys. What is it? I can download it, and it brings me across to Chrome Web Store. So I've downloaded this now. Well, if I search for Ethereum, you'll see it brings up now this little Inspect tab. It's basically identifying crypto projects and NFT projects. If I click on Inspect, then you can see something very interesting. It gives me all the breakdown of Ethereum. It gives me all of the information on the markets for Ethereum. It gives me the about what Ethereum is, the latest news that's happening on Ethereum. Here you can see I can click trade and it says sign up for beta. Obviously, it's a very early stages. And then you can see earn airdrops, do various bits and pieces. Also, if you go across to NFT projects, which I know at the moment are quite quiet, but it will pick up again, then you can see there's also some stuff to do with like the communities, bits and pieces going on here. And interestingly, coming down through here, you can see the team. You can then see who are the top community members, people who are kind of running the show within the biggest NFT project going. Okay, so this is interesting. You can come across, use it, you can find out more about what they're doing, and then see the kind of the growth and the roadmap they've got going forward. Okay, right now they've got like some growth stuff going on. They will be launching a mobile app. They'll be launching lots of other features associated with powering Twitter. So where do we turn next? Well, let's get into the news and see what's going on behind the scenes, see if we can find out any more information here. So partnering with Ronin, partnering with Avalanche, partnering with MoonPay, and then this is a very key one as well. June the 5th, DAOmaker co-founder Hatu Sheikh joins NFT Inspect as a strategic advisor. So we know that we got a good team. They're clearly quite well respected because they're getting some very big names joining up with them. Bearing in mind as well, DAOmaker has big buying power and big push on its launch pad. And now you've got the co-founder of DAOmaker being the advisor. And let's say the advisor is basically going to like throw you into the mix and give you the very best opportunity you could have. And then various other like strategic investments and other pieces of news. Now you can get into their Discord and then find out all the other announcements. And I've managed to find out this very key piece of information. And this was shared, which is the analytics behind the scenes of the website that we've just been looking at. And you can see that they had 1.3 million viewers using the website. And this was back from June. So 1.3 million people have been looking at this website. They've also got already 300,000 active users who are using these extensions and various other bits and pieces. And you're like, okay, maybe I can't really see how they'll get much value from this. Well, there is another project that's very similar to what this is doing called Masked Network. And you can see Masked Network, your portal to the open internet, you can install it, very similar thing. Now coming down on Masked Network to this fully diluted market cap, $256 million, okay? $256 million. Now, through the community over on Discord, I've seen that IDO is planning on having a launch fully diluted valuation of around 11 million. But it's only going to launch with around 20% of the tokens, and then they're going to be going through various sort of sales and things like that. So potentially, this coin has the opportunity to see like 100x or more, considering it's the bottom of the market right now. Okay, so Masked Network has the potential to go a 10x from here, which takes it to 2.5 billion. Okay, if Masked Network does 2.5 billion, imagine Inspect, you can get in where the valuation is $11 million fully diluted to being worth that much in the future. And it doesn't have to be that complex. If you were around in the last bull market and you were into NFTs like I was, I started to realize very quickly that people in crypto bull markets just buy like crazy stuff. So people are getting so hung up on like, this blockchain does this and that blockchain does that. It's important, okay? And there are projects that is really essential that they do, add loads of value. But this is very cool, okay? Loads of people are going to be using crypto Twitter. There's already 300,000 people using this. There's already 1 million or more people per month viewing this website. And right now, it's not even launched, and potentially, when it does launch, you can buy it for a fraction of the price of major competitors who have like half the search volume that this does. It's going to be crazy, guys. This is a very interesting one to look at. So yeah, get into it. I'm not saying necessarily this is the very best one, but you can just see the kind of process we've gone through and how we found a project that has very big potential, okay? So what do I need to do? Well, I can follow it and then I can just put on the notification bell. Also, you can get into the telegrams and various other bits and pieces. And then at some point, they'll be announcing that they have the IDO going live, okay? And then they'll be able to get involved and maybe you can go and pick up this coin, okay? Not guaranteeing anything, but this project seems to be pretty cool. Now, I mentioned earlier on the video that big money invests before the ICO. And unfortunately, up until now, you had to have 100K minimum investment for many of these projects to be able to get in early, and it was heavily controlled by a few. However, we, the Inner Circle, linked down below in the description, have now created a way that we can invest as a pool, which means you can invest for as little as a few $100 into projects before the ICO and enjoy the same return on investment that a lot of the whales are getting in on. Because once it's hit ICO, it's already going to probably have done a 4 or 5x from the people who were buying pre-ICO. Imagine having the opportunity to do that you can do that through the inner circle link down below in the description. We've already had multiple successful raises, and we will continue to do that during the bull market. Not only that, but various expert traders sharing their daily analysis of all the different crypto charts and what's going on right now, as well as join a heap of really enthusiastic crypto enthusiasts from around the world and get daily little videos from me giving you tips and tricks on what's happening. Then make sure you get into the inner circle link down below. It's just $9.99 per month, guys. 5-day free trial. No brainer. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.